Well, look about, ooh wee.
Thank you. Am I meant to look at any cameras? No, pretend they're not there.
There's a couple there and there.
Yeah.
There might be more.
When I
This
address
is-
my nemesis.
This is so exciting because we're now in season 2 of the Stand Comedy Club podcast, and we have new equipment which you've been playing around
New
with.
cameras. You can now see. Look at us. We're in 4K. It's very exciting.
HD.
We used to do this on phones, and now we've got proper cameras for this now. So it's,
Yeah.
We
it's all
used to not
changed.
have this too.
We didn't have that. It was all done on some old piece of nonsense I had. So this is it. Welcome to the
Yeah.
future, everyone.
Welcome.
And welcome to the pod. Thanks so much for coming. This is so exciting.
It's Mark Black.
Yay!
Thank you.
And this is also the first one from our brand new venue on Great Western Road. So welcome. We are not filming it on the stage for this episode because we have lovely neighbours that we live with here, and they're building a museum upstairs. And sometimes they play loud jazz music. So we decided that we would have it in here so as not to be interrupted by Miles Davis.
Yeah.
So
It was so great. I came in first and it was like completely dark in the
Yeah.
venue, and I could just hear this like echoey like
people
jazz.
living above.
Well, they're like restoring the windows, the stained glass, and so they're like up.
Okay, right. I see.
So we try not to use the W word, but the building used to be called Webster's. And the reason it's called that is because the guy that
Designed the
designed the
stained
stained glass window was called Alf Webster. And so the museum they're going to build at some point is going to be called the Alf Webster Museum. And it's going to be a museum for all the stained glass windows.
That's such a good
Up
name.
the stair.
Up the stairs. So yeah, there'll be a point where you can come into this building and you can go upstairs and see that.
But it's
So
like
they'll-
separate
But
from
it's
the
separate
venue.
from the
right.
stand. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah,
Anyway,
that is cool.
That's why we're here.
Yeah.
It was pretty nice. It's proper. The type of jazz music was ones where you feel like it's proper smoky, like doing
Chilled.
that. Yeah.
Goodness, what
Yeah.
have you spoken?
That's
fair.
What?
Should we do the pod?
Yeah.
yeah.
Welcome
Let's
to
do
the
it.
pod.
Thank you for having me. It's
Do
a
you
pleasure.
feel honoured to be the first guest in the new venue?
Of the second series.
Yeah.
The first guest of the fourth series. Thank you. No, is this the first one in the new venue?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah, no, I do feel honoured. I love this new venue.
Yeah.
I think, like most comedians, I wasn't sure
Yeah.
if I was going to like.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And secretly, we weren't sure either, but we were going, it'll be great, it'll be great, it'll be
Yeah,
great.
I was bricking it the entire time.
Yeah.
I was telling us, that's great, it's so good. It's like, I
Yeah.
don't know if it's going to work.
Oh, I prefer it, man. The fact that people don't have to stand up.
Yeah. Big
Yeah,
thing.
that is a big thing.
Yeah, it really
Yeah.
is.
The only stand up is you.
Hey.
Now our podcast.
Proper jokes.
So you've played the venue a couple of times already.
I have, yes.
Big show.
I've only done the shows with the boys, haven't I?
Yeah,
That's-
yeah.
Aye. Yeah, I did my wee sketch show with my
Big
friends.
sketch
Say
show.
wee
Big
sketch
aye.
shows.
Sold out.
Twice.
Both times.
2 nights.
I
aye.
feel like
Yeah.
it was the first one. That was like the first big show we did
I think
here
it
as
might
well.
have been, yeah.
Really? Aye.
Yeah.
The first one that was like sold to 250,
Yeah.
maybe.
Wow, that's an
Because
honour.
the opening weekend we have been pretty busy anyway, but
Yeah, we've
that
been
was the
pretty slammed.
first like non-stand
Yeah.
show
Yeah,
that
yeah.
was
Yeah,
like busy,
Yeah.
and it was so good,
It was so good.
so funny.
That was crazy. We wrote that. I'm not joking. We wrote that in 4 weeks.
No way.
I have to say, we've commented amongst us. So we do show reports after every show, like as in to report back to ourselves, and it was mentioned genuinely on both ones. Like, this is one of the best written things we've seen in a
Yeah,
while.
it, like, it's so
well
much
prepared.
work
It's so
seemed like
done.
it'd gone into it.
It was
like-
very. I mean, because we weren't sure. I wasn't that confident that we'd be able to do it in that space of time. But we just got together like maybe like 4 times a week, and we just wrote intensely. And obviously, there's things that we could have changed a wee bit, and it was a bit rougher in the edges in some
It
parts.
honestly
but
didn't seem like it was.
But I just think with me and my 2 friends, Sean and Ben, special mention, the Ewart
The Ewart
brothers,
brothers.
and also Mark Cox,
Yeah.
quite well known.
We
in the
surprised.
Yeah, yeah,
country.
We surprised. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was amazing having him involved. I just started chatting to him and got pally with him, and we asked him if he wanted to be part of it.
So
and he's
cool.
learned so much with just watching him. Do you know what I mean? He's just that pure natural. Do you know what I mean?
Professional, but like.
He's so funny, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mark Cox.
Yeah.
Or Tamford Still Game, as I
Yeah.
call him. All right if I call you Tamford Still Game? I'm going to get somebody, do you know we had like the planned heckler? We wanted to get like some old guy going, that's great, you've got Tamford Still Game on me, that's good, isn't it? Going for that.
That is.
And a few of the other cast came to see it. I don't know
Yeah,
if you
they
saw
did,
Jane
yeah.
and Paul.
Yeah.
And they're all brand new. I mean, they're all heroes of mine.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It's so cool to have them involved.
Paul did a
like-
show like first week we were open.
Yeah,
I think.
he
He did
did.
like the first Monday we were
I was
here.
there at that
Yeah.
show as well, yes.
He's such a nice man. They're all so lovely. I met Jane years ago and she was the nicest woman.
Paul Riley.
Paul
Yes.
Riley.
Not
Yeah.
my brother. Listen.
Not mentioning
No.
Heroes.
How long did we get before we mentioned it?
It was you who mentioned it.
Well, you brought him up. You've got a brother. But you've been doing this longer
two
than him.
brothers.
He's the pretender to the throne, presumably, because you've been doing this longer, right?
What, comedy?
Hi.
No, we've been doing it about the same time.
That's not what he says. He says you've been doing it for like 10 months more or something.
You clearly
Which I know is
didn't
almost
listen
nothing.
to his episode.
stand up. Aye, well, stand up, yes. He never. I don't want to say he never did stand up, but he never earned his stripes. Paul went for like not doing one gig to do the Armadillo. But I don't believe that needs to be your route. Do you know what I mean? Paul is very funny, and when he's on stage, he definitely is like me. Like going on stage is nerve wracking, and if you haven't put in the hours of being on stage to like tough crowds and all that, like you get on a big stage and you're like, fuck, what am I doing here? But I know I started doing. I did my first gig at that stand, and I remember it. It was like
Was that Red Raw?
2019. It was Red Raw, and I was like, I was so nervous, right? So I thought it'd be a good idea. See that wee street? See around on Gibson Street? There's like that
Yeah,
coffee
yeah.
shop in the corner, the blue
Offshore.
one.
That's where
Oh,
Scott
offshore.
used to
See
Yeah,
the
yeah.
wee the wee road down the side
The
there?
kind of one that goes right
Yeah,
down.
Along
yeah.
the river. I was doing that road like with 2 dragon soups and a hot bottle of wine. Just like must be funny. And I thought that was going to help my nerves.
Did it?
It didn't, but listen, I was smashed. I went out and smashed it.
Well, there you
Nailed
go.
Aye, it was great. I was some feeling.
The
Never
actual
looked back.
buzz you would have had off that as well
I
with
know.
the
Yeah,
two
yeah,
soups.
yeah. Oh my God, you're
I always found that, right? I've seen doing stand up over the years. I've found the only way I could perform well is if I don't drink at all, or if I'm absolutely fucked. Like I remember I did one in Edinburgh in a coffee shop. I don't know if it's still running. They used to do a wee comedy night on Leaf Walk. And I literally did like a pub crawl to the top of Edinburgh. I was going to have, I'm not going to lie, I was doing about a 4-finger discount. I was shoplifting, stealing cans of gin and tonic out of every Tesco.
Is it 4 fingers?
I don't know.
I thought it was
Simpsons.
5.
The Simpsons
That's
is
the Simpsons. It's the Simpsons.
That's unbelievable. You've got that from The Simpsons.
Yeah, a lot of Simpsons reference coming up.
We do famously have 5 fingers,
Yeah,
no?
Correct, yeah.
But
we
it
do,
depends on the person.
That's very true.
That's so
Actually-
true.
Discriminating
I think
towards
it
people
is
with 4
cancelable,
fingers.
that.
Yeah.
That's it.
We should cut that, Chris. Cut
Sorry,
that.
sorry, 4-finger community. My 4.5 finger community.
Insert me bin. I'm so sorry for my words.
No,
Some people have hands.
It's like statistically the average number of legs is not 2.
So, yeah, apparently the average number of feet is 3.
That's crazy.
What?
That's not true. That can't be true.
No, it is true.
Should we just go with
Guys,
it?
I'm so sorry for the false.
Taking it out, man. Fucking hell.
So you were stealing.
Yeah. Back to the stealing. Oh, it was bad. I don't know if they can maybe come back and get me down for this. Right, okay.
There's no
You
evidence.
didn't say which Tesco's on
Aye,
Leaf
I
Walk.
stole from.
There's only how far down Leaf Walk is
I wasn't just stealing. I was buying stuff as well.
So that's how you have to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, not that.
You buy a wee cheap sushi and
yeah,
then.
yeah.
Anyway, so by the time I got to the restaurant or the gig, I was out my nut, right? And there was like 6 people in that coffee shop doing stand up. And one guy was, the host was like playing his wee guitar and all that. And I went up and I was like, he's that fucking guitar. Right? And people were, I love it. He's that fucking guitar, right? And I'm no joke, I just started, in the middle of my set, just started playing Enter Sandman with Metallica.
That's so good.
And everybody was
That's so
like,
good.
oh, okay, yeah. I got a standing ovation by 3 people.
Love that.
So that was a good story. So getting proper hammered when you just give 0 fuck. But I found if you have a couple of drinks, it actually really does affect your
Yeah,
performance.
because then you're aware enough.
You're halfway
of
between,
what, yeah.
aye.
Yeah.
So it's all or nothing.
Yeah.
And so,
Exactly.
but now it's nothing.
Now you're on the
yes.
fizzy water.
Oh, aye, fizzy water and coffees.
Do you get a good buzz off the
I do.
Highland Spring?
That's what I was saying earlier. Since I've gave up alcohol, I need some sparkle in my life. It's true though. You need to see once you give up.
You can't just
certain addictions.
you need to replace it.
It's like whack-a-mole. Another one just comes up here. Fucking
What your
addicted to
new
Red
addiction
Bull
is
now.
sparkling
Aye,
water.
sparkling water.
That's all right.
I
You
gave up coffee, but I've had one a day, and that's why I'm talking like fucking 100 mile an hour.
I think you've got a nice buzz going. It's good.
It's
What
good.
is it?
I
A nice bod.
You've got a nice pod going.
got a nice pod going there,
This
babe.
podcast is taking sharp turns. It's great.
Oh man.
Good
So
chat.
you said you were playing Enter Sandman. So you do music as part of your comedy. Was that something you started with, or did that come along the way?
I never, do you know what? I never started in stand up with music. I always kind of see them as separate things, but the more I do live shows, I realise how much people enjoy the musical aspect of a show.
It's actually really funny. I think it's
Aye.
like when you're like doing a character that's so like stupid, and then you like play piano like really well. It's
Yeah,
like
I know,
what?
isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like a cool contrast.
And I
it's
think,
like,
do you know what it is? I think I didn't want it. I always didn't want it to be like. I sometimes saw musical acts as like being a bit too like cheesy and on the nose. So for me, it's more like stuff like I'm inspired by like stuff like Mighty Bush and stuff where it's just nonsense.
Yeah.
Like that's what I prefer rather than it being like I'm trying to teach you a lesson. Do you know what I mean? Like something too political.
where it's
I
like
just-
it's like really obvious lyrics or something. It's
exactly
like,
that.
yeah.
So I thought like nonsense is like I don't know if you saw I did a video this week about my going to the shop with a pack of cheese and onion Walker's crisp. Have you not seen it?
I've not seen it.
Oh, you need to watch it. Like,
Get up.
get up. Right, this is my new song.
It helps that you're quite good.
Go into the shop to get a pack of cheese and onion. Go into the shop to get a pack of cheese and onion. I'm going to get a pack of cheese and onion.
That's sick.
That's great. That's really good.
Go to the shop to get a pack of cheese and onion Walker's crisp. But I think I'm going to develop into a full bit where I like,
That's good.
went to the shop, they didn't have any cheese and onion. So I made a whole story.
To be fair,
It sounds like there's like a genuine band that do stuff like that, but I can't fucking remember who they are.
I mean, it's
But it's like really musical stuff, and then someone just talking over the top.
Well, I think Lemmy did it with that Wrong Way Down Up.
Yeah,
Wrong Way
yeah,
Street,
yeah.
kinda.
So like, did you do like piano lessons as a kid and stuff? Like how?
No, not at all. I just a bit in school. I started learning guitar when I was about 12, and I just started tinkering in the ivories and playing the piano in my music department in school. And I'd just sit there. It's always a story of it. Music, so I just go and stay in every lunchtime and play piano while the others were out shagging. But I used to sit in every lunchtime with my big emo hair, like just purely misunderstood, playing My Chemical Romance. That was my favourite band.
Ding! Yeah.
yeah.
Aye, so that's where it started, and then just learning pieces of music I liked. And I've honestly seen only in the last like couple of years, music's been a gradual journey of like learning music theory, because I've always just learned other songs or learned chords and all that, but now I'm like getting really interested in the theory of music.
Yeah.
So you've always learned by ear.
Aye, basically.
I want to know more about music theory. I feel like it makes you be able to like play it much
Yeah.
better, or
Yeah.
like make up stuff much better. But I don't know anything.
I saw Gary Newman talking about music, and he has absolutely zero musical training whatsoever. And he said he doesn't want. I'm not contradicting what you just said, but he said was interesting. The reason he didn't want to learn was because he thought that if he knew more, then discovery of music would be less
True.
interesting.
Yeah.
Because he likes finding
Yeah.
something and just going, "That's cool."
that sounds
Whereas
cool,
if you
yeah,
sort of
yeah.
know, "Oh, that will work,"
Yeah.
maybe it sort of takes some of the fun out
But
of it a
then
little bit.
there's
I
like
don't know.
maybe there's a balance.
Yeah.
Definitely there's a balance. aye.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I'll play like a chord that sounds cool on guitar.
I thought you were going to say on the trumpet, and I didn't know you could do chords on the
Chords
trumpet.
on the trumpet, no.
You play
But,
trumpet?
Yeah,
And
very
guitar
badly. And
what else?
No, not really anything else. Ukulele.
And you can sing.
No.
Yeah, that's hidden talents. Get you on
But you
stage.
play one
Gareth
cool...
much outed you on this pod.
Yeah, I know. I
Yeah.
wish that hadn't happened. You play one cool chord on guitar, and then you don't know what can go with it.
Yeah,
Like
totally.
you
That's
can't
true,
build
yeah,
off
that's
it
true,
if you
that's
don't
Well,
know,
that's
like-
I've been learning that. There's a guy. Have you ever seen that guy Jacob Collier?
Yeah.
So
Mental.
he's mental. Like when
His brain is very
a lot of people
unusual.
slag him and all that because he's very like wacky and all
yeah,
that.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
wearing Crocs.
He's
and all
quite
that.
sincere.
But I really love him. I think he's a genius, and
Yeah.
he's so interesting to listen to. And it's not about just learning loads of fancy chords. It's just like music is more of a feeling.
Yeah.
And like if you have a bit of that knowledge about like I don't know chord groups or just the harmony.
Circle of
You can,
fifths.
yeah, circle of fifths, so that you can take the music and, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes I can feel a bit stuck or stagnant.
Yeah,
Like you
yeah.
say, when you find
Yeah.
a good chord, you're like,
Now
where do I go with
Yeah,
this?
yeah,
Just one chord song.
yeah.
Because you're doing
Come
music
on.
out with comedy as well. Because you've been doing stuff with the Smiths stuff. Like
Ah,
With
well,
the Smiths.
With the Smiths.
big reveal.
No,
The new
Morrissey.
I'll have no Smith slander on this part. No, me and my friend, I've got a pal who plays the violin, and we bonded over our love of the Smiths, and we thought, why don't we do covers? I can play the songs well, you can play them the violin. Why don't we do a new twist on Smith songs?
Yeah.
So we started doing that.
I've seen quite a few of them on TikTok. They're
Yeah.
really nice.
Aye.
You should do a Smith song, but it's like Morrissey going to the shop to get a package of onion crisps.
I go to the shop to get a bag of cruise.
I would go out tonight, but I have to go to the shop to get a package of onion crisps.
Aye, something vegan or something. Aye, so I do that, and I'm also doing my own album. I'm recording an album in January of my
Nice.
own songs.
Cool.
Which will be
Nice.
out
That's
next year. Yeah.
Has it got a name, the album?
No, not yet. I'm kind of trying to walk the line between like a parody and actually music
Okay,
that I
okay,
want to make.
it's like,
do you know
yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
So I'm going to probably do it through a character because it gives me a lot of scope to make it really
Yeah.
funny. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
nice.
But that's,
That's
my
cool.
plans for
Yeah.
next
A
year.
new character,
Aye. It's not going to be
turmeric.
Tony Turmeric. No, I might wear
Julian
a stupid wig,
Netherlands.
but
You have to wear
Never.
like,
I
It's a new wig.
See my boot.
Haven't
There's like
you-
4 wigs in my boot.
say, like, do you just have
See,
one?
every time like, somebody's coming out of my car and they put something in the boot, I'm like, listen, guys, I'm a comedian.
I wish
Like,
we knew. Well, I would have worn a wig
I
for the
love
pod.
wearing wigs.
Do you know
we
something?
should have worn a
I
wig for
was
the
thinking this
pod.
recently about actually the superpower of being a bald comic that you can just chuck a wig on.
Yeah.
Like,
Have you seen that? There's like a guy in China that like does the like and he's like
my phone sent me, he goes, "Man, Mark, this is you backstage in the pavilion." He's just switching like the
but they like change how you look so much. It's
yeah.
crazy.
A couple of weeks ago, the three of us and Lottie's sister went to go and see Auntie Donna,
Yeah, that's
which
good.
was amazing. But
Yeah.
Who's Auntie Donna?
They're like an Australian sketch.
Sketch group.
They
They're
are
very,
I've
very
got
good.
an Auntie Donna in real life, sorry.
let's go see Auntie Donna.
She can't walk.
She was
Sorry,
brilliant.
you go.
She was brilliant. No, we went to go see Auntie Donna, and the person that was supporting them came out. I think his name was Dave Carrera.
That's China listeners.
I think it was. He ended up
David
doing.
Correa.
He's
Yeah.
on. I don't know if this is out yet, but he's on CMB and Grosco's podcast.
Yeah.
Grosco.
And he came out, and I turned to Lottie and I was like, "He's wearing a wig." I could just
You
tell.
did.
And he came out
Like
with a
5
wig
minutes
that
in.
is exactly his haircut. And then he was like, "Oh right, let's get this started." And took his wig to
good.
reveal his own
That's
haircut.
good.
at the
Yeah,
beginning.
It was very good.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
He was great. He did that
was
thing
mental.
like the end of the set was that he like. What was the whole thing?
He did loads of
He ate a
things.
full spoon of cinnamon.
He tanned a liter of
He
milk.
tanned a litre of milk and then he put a condom up his nose and then out of
Yeah.
his mouth.
It was
Yeah.
fucking crazy.
And he ate a spoon of red food colouring.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
saw
Yeah.
him the next day in the club and I was like, I thought you were great last night. He was very funny. It was very good. But I was like, do you do that every night? He went, yeah. I was like, that must mess you
Yeah.
up. And he
Litre
said
of
the
milk.
worst thing was the food colouring.
Yeah.
He said, I just spend so long brushing his teeth together. I was like, but the condom through your nose, that
Yeah,
sounds
but
horrible.
I have
Yeah.
It
I
was
have
funny, but
a
it was
really
disgusting.
really big like phobia about like snot and mucus. Like
Yeah, it's
really
true.
do.
Can confirm.
Can confirm. This is like exclusive. But as he was putting it through his nose, and then he was kind of like flossing. And I was I wanted to show my support, even though I was like right in the nosebleed. So I was clapping, but I was also going really loudly, like fully gagging. It was like eyes streaming as well. I mean, I can't watch that. But it was very good.
It was good
It was
stuff.
very funny.
He had the tarp on the stage.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he just
yeah.
knew it was going to be a mess.
Yeah. Such a good.
Good show.
You might like Auntie
I
Donna.
think
Yeah,
you- I
yeah.
think you
They're
would
really
like-
weird.
I think you
Yeah.
like Auntie Donna.
Yeah.
Surreal
They
stuff.
do. They also do a lot of music as well, but in a very silly.
Oh,
Yeah, actually, you know
I
what?
love-
You were going to love Auntie
I
Donna.
love silliness.
You would
Yeah.
enjoy it a lot.
Yeah.
Have you ever met Jerry Cinnamon?
You've got cinnamon.
Speaking of cinnamon,
Ask what's on your mind. No, I never have. No, I've not met many famous people actually.
he's a belter.
I
Apparently.
asked specifically because obviously you've done a mild parody of him, so I was curious to know.
It's not a parody of Jerry Cinnamon. It's just a general Glasgow guy.
Oh my god.
Covering.
Yeah,
bases,
I tend to do parodies, innit?
Yeah.
Because I can't deal with being myself.
Have you ever
Very
met?
good.
Have you ever met
parodies.
Jules Holland?
Aye, Jules as well. He's a funny one. You always get people in the comments that are always defending him. I'm like, it's a joke, fuck's
Yeah.
sake.
It's also not even that mean. It's
I
just
don't think
know,
you're
I
mean.
know.
I don't think you're mean. I think
There's
so.
the one
There's a
that
warmth.
Ron's Quality Snacks guy. Have you seen him?
Love Ron's
I did
Quality
a parody
Snacks.
of him. And people, I'll leave that old guy alone. It's like, stop patronising him.
He knows what he's doing.
Aye, you can take
Yeah.
a joke. I did
Yeah.
actually go into Ron's Quality Snacks.
Did
and
you?
Aye.
Did you
But
get the Boston Belly Buster?
No, I didn't. I got. I'm not going to lie, it wasn't great. But I went up. I was like, I felt bad that I was filming myself on TikTok live. I was all right, mate. Can I get a rolling sausage? He's like, yeah. Yeah, he did. He caught me straight away. He was like, "Don't you be making fucking parodies of me again?" But it was tongue in cheek. So.
Right, okay, it was-
Did Ron not
Still
sell
meet
it?
your heroes.
Ron's selling
Aye,
up.
selling up. We think it's no well.
That's sad because you.
You could buy it. You could be the new Ron.
I put him out
Oh
of
my
business.
god.
I always wonder what it's like seeing yourself parodied like that.
It must be
Do you know what I mean?
weird.
Like
It must
James
be weird.
English seeing me doing that, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
don't
Would you
know.
like it if somebody parodied you?
Like,
you?
I'd probably
really
be like, I'm
depends.
not, I'm not.
I guess
I'm
maybe.
not fucking dafty.
I guess you could maybe argue that it's like a sort of compliment.
Oh man.
What is it? Imitation is the
Greatest form of flattery.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it must happen all the time to people that are really famous.
Yeah.
You just like go, well, it's cool.
But I like the idea of imitating and doing impressions of people who are kind of like semi-famous.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Whereas,
yeah,
yeah, that
That's
is
good, it's like
It's
on
such
them.
niche.
people who
Because all the
wouldn't
big,
normally-
big ones have been done a million
Yeah,
times. So it's
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
let's stay a wee
Yeah.
yeah.
Z-list celebrity.
Yeah, it's funnier. It's like more.
I
You
know
have
what-
got more scope to like. do around.
I should do impressing my brother, shouldn't I?
You should.
Ah, you should.
We've got the same voice, it's just a bit more.
You've got more low end to your
Oh,
voice.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
so,
yeah.
yeah, Paul's is a bit more like.
Oh my god, he's here!
Everyone,
A lot of Paul's friends are not from Glasgow, so like you hear
think-
that twang. He's got a pal Bethany for Airdrie, so he does like a kind of. And Kendra, his best pal is for fucking Dunfermline,
Yeah.
and then pal Lawrence for Edinburgh. So he like does these
He's
weird.
got-
He like just takes on board their accent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The first time I ever did the Edinburgh Festival, I unintentionally picked up an Edinburgh accent.
Did you?
I couldn't stop doing it.
What were you saying?
I just go Edinburgh, I get on the bus and that, I get the bus out to Balerno and that's what I'm saying. It was
I
like,
used to work in Tesco during pandemic, and I started. I'm not joking. Like I worked in Collington, Collington
Yeah.
that's
Tesco.
I was actually staying in Collington
Oh,
first.
were you?
That year, that's
I
what
was a
I stayed.
delivery driver in Collington Tesco, and I used to drive to Balerno every day. And I started saying Ken as well, like with the guys.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It just comes out of you.
You just
and I think embrace that.
Yeah,
Don't be
that's-
ashamed
yeah.
of it.
Every time I go back to Edinburgh for longer than like 2 days, I come back going A at the end.
Yeah.
Every
I think that's multiculturalism in action. And I think
That's
that's
yeah, we shouldn't be so exclusive to where we're from.
agreed.
Unite
It's a
there.
beautiful thing.
yeah.
I hate the divides in Scotland.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, just fucking let's all get together and
Fight England.
Fight the
yeah.
English.
It's like why we? I mean, well, in Glasgow, like people. I was driving through Penally the other day. You know Penally, right? I just thought about all the young teens. I was like, people on that side of the road would stab
Yeah.
somebody on that side of the road.
Yeah.
Like working class people stabbing each other,
Yeah.
and they stay there and there.
For
I was
nothing,
like,
basically.
for nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's getting quite
This-
dark.
yeah,
But that's all.
it,
But that's
was,
just human nature, man. Like,
Is it?
I know, but
yeah,
come
as
on.
in humans are like inherently tribal and gangs. It's
No.
like how I'm from this team and I'm from that team, and then if you zoom out a bit, it's like I'm from Glasgow, you're from
Aye,
Edinburgh.
aye, aye.
So it'd be like I'm from Scotland, you're from England.
Aye.
I'm from Britain, you're from, and then it's
I
like
think that's an effect of capitalism. Actually,
you might be right.
thank you.
I didn't say it's a good thing. I'm just saying it's an observation.
I think if you
Michael
go back far
Jackson
enough, it's
said
not
that
true.
though, didn't he?
Did he?
What?
Huh?
I know we're going to talk about Michael Jackson.
But he was
feel
like, tell him that it's human nature. Why?
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 You do it that way?
Does he do it that way? Sorry, guys.
We really cover all the bases on this pod.
I know, we've done it fast. Like,
Yeah. I am.
It's like 1.6 speed.
There's quite often I would force Lottie to watch funny things I've found on the internet because if I send anything to them, they won't open the message.
Not my fault.
but there's been a few videos of yours that I've shown them, and there's one of them where you're stuck in a maze. that I've actually got it saved on my I've got it saved on my Instagram saved because it makes me laugh so much.
really?
Yeah,
And fall apart.
yeah.
It's funny because that maze is that's my childhood fall apart. Like that maze, I've been running about that maze since I couldn't see the other side of it.
Oh, it's so low.
And I take my auntie's dog into it, right? And she's tiny. And I run run away for her in it.
Yeah.
She just has a fucking canary. She just starts diving over the hedges. Pure fucking holes. There's like a dog-shaped hole in every hedge just to get out.
Is that your Auntie Donna's dog?
It is my Auntie Donna's dog, and her name is Bosie, and she's beautiful.
Bosie.
Shout out Bosie.
That
Which
means
is
kiss.
It means hug.
Hug.
And Doric.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because we got her, the girl that gave us her was from Aberdeenshire, so
that's
Yeah.
nice.
so we Bosie. Yeah.
The stand bar is dog friendly.
Is it?
Yeah.
We know the venue.
Look, actually, if you look just behind Molly's shoulder,
There's
there's
some dog
there's dog
treats,
treats
yeah.
for the dogs that come in.
Oh, class. I bring. I'll bring
Is the
Bosie.
venue? Could they come into the venue?
I think in the actual venue itself, if you're a dog with a job, you can go in the main venue.
Okay, yeah.
But just lazy dogs can come into this
Dog
bit of the
with a
building as
job.
well.
Lazy dog.
Dogs without jobs.
We had it in
I wish
one
I
of
was
my
a dog
first
with a
gigs
dog.
was a
Dogs
place
with a dog.
called Gulp in Shawlands, and
Gulp?
Alan Anderson ran it. And it was just like a wee attic, and it was one of my first gigs. And this woman had a big fucking stinky Labrador, and it was farting the whole gig. It was stinking. But everybody was like, couldn't concentrate on the comedy. It was just like, get your stinky dog out. You don't need it. This is not. It's for no purpose.
That's so good.
Oh no.
Anyway, so that's probably why you can't have dogs in.
Yeah,
Would you
fair,
rather
fair, fair.
have a big stinky dog or a really loud dog?
Oh,
Stinky dog.
Oh.
Aye, I suppose.
Because you can go
What
nose
What
blind.
disrupts? Aye, what
Then-
disrupts the show more?
It's like, I think
Barking,
if you're in a
probably.
room that's really, I would rather be in a room that had an air conditioner on it that was loud than a really hot room. Because I think you get,
Right.
as in
okay.
like if
So
you're,
it's a different thing.
because I think you get used. I'm thinking about things that are distracting. I think you get used to the idea of
Oh,
like a noise,
A drone.
But if you're
noise.
absolutely roasting, there's nothing you can do about
But,
it.
but a dog barking isn't a consistent noise.
Yeah.
I think I would go
So a
smelly dog.
smell would. But
I'm going
yeah.
stinking dog every time.
I don't like
Yeah.
either.
I used to live with a German Shepherd dog.
A German Shepherd dog.
The pause and then dog. Was that for like what? What do you mean? German Shepherd.
German Shepherd and his
And
dog.
And his dog.
And he was really loud. That he was called
Loud.
Hades. So loud. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a genius joke. A German Shepherd and his dog. That's
that
fucking
one.
genius. I'm taking that.
No.
Cut. Yeah.
And it used to really stress me out how loud,
What did he bark at?
like anything.
Oh.
It was just like if it was outside, if he heard someone like out by the door, if someone was coming in, like it was just like very, very, very loud, and I was stressing about how loud it was. I've actually got loads of videos of me recording the dog barking, just swearing at him with like "fuck off."
Yeah, grow up.
Yeah, yeah. It wasn't his fault.
I guess. Been trained well.
No,
Sorry, dogs.
sorry, dogs.
We definitely have to be nice to dogs. 'Cause I think dog people would. We can't get them on the wrong side of us because they would. It's a big. It's a
They're
big.
worse
It's a
than
big.
Taylor
Sick 'em.
Swift
It's a
fans.
big
I
pressure
do
group.
love dogs though, man.
Yeah, me too.
You do?
I wish I wanted
Oh, I
dogs.
love them.
Yeah, dogs are good.
Mhm.
I
I'm
love
not like obsessed that call them doggos and all
Oh,
that.
Oh, and what do you think is
Embarrassing.
worse,
But I love
doggos,
them.
doggos or woofers or puppers?
woofers.
Woofers feels like a slur.
I think woofer feels like. I was going to say.
I've heard woofers.
Yeah, because it's like there was like a thing on like millennial Facebook that was like the size of dogs. So like if it's really small, it's a pupper, and then it's a doggo, and then it's a woofer.
Oh,
I don't think I like any of that.
it makes you. Oh, I don't
Yeah.
know.
I think no.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
and
not- I
what
don't
about
feel
those
good
dogs?
now.
Those dog Instagrams that are like.
But it's
from the point of
my
view of the dog.
my
Yeah.
human.
Yeah, no.
Stop
No,
Make
no.
me sick.
Forgot about that. Oh. Did people don't still do that, do they?
Almost certainly.
Slapped into them.
It'll be millennials though. It's my people. I'm sorry on behalf of them. Like it's definitely millennials.
Mine too, but I don't claim them.
I don't think Gen Z would do it.
I think it's the accent as well. It comes with an accent.
Yeah,
that as well.
like putting
even
on
if
a
you're an
voice,
Ed going,
like-
"Man, wiffer."
That would be a hate crime.
Wiffer.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
You also did a parody song of Murder on the Dance Floor, which is also very good. Want to
Thank
sing
you.
it right now?
Sing it right now.
You need to clap.
Oh.
2, 1, 2. There's a patch in the chopping board. You better not sniff a lot. And salt and salt and salt and salt and salt and salt and sauce. That's what the lyrics I'm talking about.
The salt and sauce is so good.
I want to give a shout out to Salt and Sauce, right? I don't care about. I love Glasgow, right? But Salt and Sauce is peak.
What is
I
sauce?
just-
It's like
sorry,
vinegary
explain.
brown sauce.
It's basically like brown sauce with vinegar in it. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And each chippy makes up themselves.
So you can't just buy it,
No.
I mean,
well,
you
you can
could-
buy it
you-
from the chippy.
but you couldn't just go
They
like
sell
buy
it.
from
They
shop.
like make their own. Well, I'm sure some people can. I'm sure you can buy it some places.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just
I
so
bet,
thinking
like-
that I said peak there. It's peak. It's peak. Sorry, what are you going to say?
Yeah.
We're Salt and Sauce Productions, aren't we?
That's true.
Yeah, we are
The
actually.
owner, yeah.
Oh, so you are when I
Yeah,
get an
yeah,
invoice through it. So I'm
Salt
like,
and
fucking
sauce.
wider chippy, give me a grand. I love it.
Salt and sauce.
I actually, controversially, don't like either toast
Salt or sauce?
option. I have chips,
Curry sauce?
no salt, and ketchup.
That is honestly
No
Well,
Peter
salt.
ketchup's
Phillips.
west. Aye.
Do you think?
Well, I don't know. I associate ketchup with Glasgow, but
Well, there you go. maybe
West
I'm
Coast.
reaching it.
But salt
no
and
salt,
vinegar
no
as well.
salt. I don't
But
like
no salt is mad.
I don't
Yeah, I
like
agree.
salt.
Are you're Edinburgh, right?
Yeah.
where you-
Where in
Leaf.
Edinburgh? Where in Edinburgh?
Leaf.
Where in Leaf you from?
Like the top of the walk.
Oh, nice.
Only
Up
just.
what do you call it? The pink triangle?
Yeah, near there. Yeah.
Aye.
The pink triangle.
Get all the
Why?
gay bars.
It's where
Oh,
CC's
okay.
and
CC's,
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
street,
yeah.
the street. What's the third one?
Planet, and
There's one that's like a restaurant, and then you go downstairs. Is that
Planet?
Is that Planet?
But that's
Aye.
not. But the triangle would be CC's.
CC's
street.
the
That's the
street
one across
planet.
The
Yeah.
Arthur Conan Doyle.
No, it's,
no,
it's,
Planet,
it's an
CC's the
isosceles
street.
triangle.
Isosceles, fair enough. Sorry.
Um,
apologies.
I once got kicked out of CC's.
Classic.
I think
classic.
that's a lot of people have. What was your reason?
I've not been.
Well,
let in.
I was steaming, and I basically hadn't seen my best pal Dan for ages, so we decided to drink. We made like a cocktail that was called, his nickname's Nanny, so we called him Nanny Sludge. We poured it all in, disgusting.
Oh.
But it was like a 35 of gin, a 35 of vodka, like all this, and then we drank the whole thing. Went to CC's, both lost each other for like 10 minutes, and within that 10 minutes we both got kicked out. And then his flat was like a 6-minute walk, and we had on Life 360 you could see like the recent journeys that you've taken, and the next day we looked and it took us 2.5 hours to get home.
6 minutes.
Yeah. And then there was also a time I went into Planet, and it was like a karaoke night at Planet, and Jason Manford was singing karaoke, and I was like, "What the fuck are you doing
It does
here?"
track though. Jason Manford is like loves every sing song.
Yeah,
I've never been in Planet.
it's
Been
weird.
in
It's like-
CC's loads.
yeah.
me too.
Planet is kind of where you go if you can't get into CC's.
Brutal.
It's like
Yeah.
you go to XM when you can't
You
get
can't
in
get to
Polo.
Polo. Yeah.
Exactly.
I have a funny story about it. Well, I used to go to Polo all the time, right? My pal Edward. I get chucked out there because he was a nightmare, man. He used to take in a flask of whiskey, right? Stupid idiot. We were waiting in the queue. He would always go for a chippy before he go in. He had curry sauce on my blazer. He was wearing it. See, because he had curry sauce in his blazer. He's like, I'm like, you're not going to get in. You've got curry sauce in your blazer. And he stood there and he folded his arms and he's got to the bounce. Just a wee bit nippy the night. But he was covered in the curry sauce. And then he walked in. A true story. And then he pulled it. We were on the stairs. We literally, I paid 28 quid to get in or whatever for both of us. And then 2 seconds later, he pulls out his flask and he's going, "Let's go to Polo." I'm like, "We're already in Polo." Why you said let's go to Polo? And the bouncer was standing behind him. And she was like, "To you." So that's my story. And also,
shite.
quick story, my brother, on
doesn't
the
have to
night
be.
of my dad's funeral, my brother ended up with all the alkies for the funeral party. And they ended up going to AXM and they weren't letting them in. And it culminated in one of the random woman that knew my dad out with my brother going, screamed at the bouncer going, "You're no fucking letting him in, his dad's just died." And my brother's just standing like that.
Did it work? Did it let him in?
No, I don't think so. Mortifying.
Was this Paul or was this the other
And my
brother?
older brother, Jonathan.
Is he in the game? Does he do?
Is he what?
Does he do comedy?
I thought you were saying he's like gay as well.
Is he like-
Which he
is
is.
he like
He is.
Is he
He's
in the game?
He's in the community.
Is he? Is he
He
one of
is. Both my brothers are in the community. And I'm a strong ally. Yes.
the- Is he funny?
He is very funny, Jonathan. He is. Doesn't get the credit. I steal a lot of his jokes. Aye, no, he's very funny.
That's
Is it just the three of you? Get any
I've got a
sisters?
sister as well. She's
Cool.
got 2 children.
Ooh.
She's continued the bloodline. No, we both. Me and my sister are very similar. We look very similar, and Paul and Jonathan look really similar. But aye, that's my family tree. Sorry.
We might have asked Paul this, but like, are your family funny? Like,
Aye, well, the thing is, my mom isn't like. I'll be honest, my mum and dad aren't really funny. Like, my dad's dead, but my mom, funny to look at. Fuck shit. Funny to throw bricks at. Fuck shit.
That's my favourite thing.
They weren't really, but my cousins, my dad's sister's children, we grew up with them, and they were all like funny, man. They were just always like farting and telling jokes and getting their arse out and all that.
Just classic
classic
stuff.
stuff.
So yes, didn't take themselves too seriously, and I think honestly, to be honest, like me and Paul, I think and Johnny, we just watched a lot of comedy growing up. Do you know what I mean? We really loved shows like, I love my favourite Scottish show is Limmy's show. Like I love Limmy's show. Like I just think it's the greatest fucking thing to come out of this country. But also like things like Summer Heights High. Do you know watch that?
yes.
Watching Summer Heights High was like, this is the best thing I've ever seen in my life, and that really had a big impact on us. And I just had loads of, I mean, I'll be honest, like growing up with a sister and 2 gay brothers, like growing up, it was a very, do you know what I mean? I was quite, I don't know, I feel like I was, as a straight man, I was always quite I don't know if that effeminate's the right word, but
No, but I mean,
in
it wasn't-
touch with
in
the-
touch with it, aye. Do you know what I mean? I never had really a pure fucking straight lad brother, like can he talk about his emotions?
Yeah.
Sure.
So it was a nice environment to grow up in, do you know what I mean? Aye.
Yeah, that's
I don't know
Nice.
if I keep that in that, but that's a
Too
treading
sentimental.
on for nice with what
No,
I'm
you're
saying.
fine. You're fine.
You're fine.
Right.
With Summer Heights High, is that with Jermaine?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
But
that's
it's the one
Jermaine.
with
It's Lily.
It's
And
the
it's
one
Mr.
with
G.
Miss Lily.
Oh,
that's
Aye.
Mr. G, yeah.
But it's the one with all 3 of them. So Chris Lilly's done things before that. He did thing called Angry Boys and We Can Be
Yes.
Heroes, which were good.
What's the one where it's like the people of like the person of the year in Australia or something? That was the first thing
Is
he
that-
did. Was that?
Aye,
was that
was,
We Can Be?
that was either We Can Be Heroes. What one was first?
Because that's the one like where he one of the things that, I mean, my husband talked about this quite a lot because it was very funny. The one where he's playing like a woman who's maybe like in her 50s and she wants to
aye.
she wants to roll to Uluru.
Aye.
And so like her husband's like built this cage in the back of
Oh
the
my
car
God,
I
so that she
love
can
it.
roll inside the
Yes.
cage so the dingoes don't get her.
Aye.
It's so good. The
I
whole thing
can't,
is so
I can't,
ridiculous.
I've mixed both of them up in my head. I don't
I
know
think
what
that
was
was
And there's
first.
the one where there's the kid that's like a skateboarder.
That's Angry. But wait, is that not? But there was another one they did.
What
But
was the
Summer
one
Heights
with,
High is the peak. I agree.
No, exactly. Summer Heights High is 3 storylines all in the same school.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
yeah,
And they
yeah,
never
yeah.
actually see each other.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
they never cross
yeah.
paths.
because it's
The same
person.
guy, obviously. But I mean, especially Mr. I mean, I love Jimmy as well, but
Yeah.
Mr. G character is just
Yeah,
genius.
so
It's like, oh my god, just how brutal he is, and like makes a musical about a drug death.
Yes.
Yeah, and then when the
yeah.
family are like, you can't do that, you can't use our daughter. He's like, he just makes it about himself.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Jesus.
'Cause our
What is
drama
she? She's a
teacher was quite
Dirty
that.
girl with a bad habit for drugs. I just remember, what's this one that he's performing to the class and he's like
inside
a
the
cat.
sheet.
Aye,
Oh
that's it,
yeah, he's
that's
like,
it.
I'm gonna slap you, Emily. Slap the butcher. Sometimes I just like to perform for the kids.
It's like, do you know what? As I shout out to all the people that acted in that, because apparently they weren't all professional actors, and it really worked.
Yeah,
Because I think
yeah.
in these newer Jamae stuff and all that, it was, I don't know, it wasn't as good, and maybe there's a benefit of having people who are not
Yeah, yeah,
trained
yeah.
actors. And the principal teacher in that is actually a principal as well.
No way.
Aye, so it's
Wow.
So
That
it's
was
got
great.
level of
Yeah,
authenticity.
it's
Who's
got
the
authenticity.
third one? The third character?
Jonah.
Oh,
Jonah
yeah,
from
from
Top
the
It's a
Gun.
bit,
Top
it's
Gun,
like
yeah.
potentially a bit racist.
Well, I
Yeah,
know this.
yeah,
I don't know if I get away with it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
was
no, 'cause
quite
I'm pretty
funny.
sure he also did a series where he played like a young Japanese boy.
Yeah, that's
I
the
don't
one.
know.
Ah,
No,
he's
no,
got a
no,
lot.
Japanese mom.
mother.
Japanese mother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the boy that was skateboarding.
On my TikTok recently has come that clips from Come Fly With Me
Oh,
has
God.
come up.
Yeah.
And that's like yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There were certain things from Come Fly With Me that were funny.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
then
yeah, for sure.
like looking back and like them dressed as the 2 Japanese girls and then him as the
It was like a
the-
cleaner character that was like
the
Black.
I don't know.
the
Was it
coffee
called some-
woman.
Yeah,
and
called,
then,
called she
the old
was
couple.
called something like Precious or something like that.
thing
Wasn't
is,
she?
was that okay? People say, oh, it was different. It wasn't that long
wasn't
ago.
that
No, I don't think it was ever okay.
I think I didn't like. I watched. What's the one before? Come Fly With Me?
Little Britain.
Little Britain. I watched that and didn't.
I watched
and
that
I was
one.
young enough not to know if there was
Yeah.
mad about it. Once Come Fly With Me came on, I think I
Even
didn't
then
watch
you
it as
knew.
much. I was a bit like, ugh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fair enough.
But no, I wasn't as like, whoa. As
But growing up, I watched Little Britain and I did enjoy it. But some of the bits you're like, what the like
Yeah,
looking
the one where they gives them like food and he said this was made by and then inserts like an Asian name and then he
yeah.
just vomits.
Oh yeah.
That's like that one. I was like, what? That is like.
Yeah.
But I grew up watching Little Britain for a different time. I enjoyed some of the characters. I loved the fat fighters character and Marjorie and that. I thought it was brilliant.
I was still quote a lot of it. Anybody know Duft? Still do that.
Duft,
I
yeah.
also still every
Half
time
the
everyone talks
calories
about
you can have
jelly,
twice as much.
I made carrot cake the other day, and I still went carrot cake. Have you any nuts? Like there's some good harmless comedy in there, but there's some very
very harmful.
But
Sometimes
sometimes it's just like that's what I always say about offensive comedy. It's like,
What's the fun? There's a point.
what's the point? Like, because I know some comedians that will just go on the stage and they'll just say like an anti-trans thing or
Yeah.
like, and it's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
here?
The laugh is
Where is the joke?
It's like you
Shock.
we all know you shouldn't say that.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
But it's like
Yeah.
because you can do edgy comedy that's like there's like it's like got layers to it, so it's like
Yeah.
and so it's actually good. But
Well,
Yeah.
I say
There's-
that
if there's no
also about
effort to
Frankie
it, it's
Boyle, like I always think
Exactly.
Frankie, he's so smart, and he did obviously some of the things Frankie said. You'd now be like, what
Yeah,
the fuck?
yeah.
It was
But
a different
lot of
time.
his, no, but a lot of Frankie's stuff is really fucking well thought out.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
you miss the target of the joke.
Yeah.
But some people just go up and they're like,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean?
Well,
Like,
I can't remember. There was one guy, obviously not just one guy, but there was someone on YouTube that had like that he did like offensive, like dark jokes and dark YouTube skits and stuff, and then he stopped being. He stopped posting on YouTube because he was like, I hated the following that I got because
interesting.
But then he was saying like he did this whole like woe is me thing because he was like, yeah, that I don't like my fans because he is posting offensive, racist stuff like as a joke.
But they're
And
not
then-
taking it as-
Yeah,
they're like-
but it's like if you're posting or saying stuff that has like anti something rhetoric, you are running the risk that someone will take it seriously and not see it as a joke or find it funny because they think it's true, even if that's not your intention.
well, I feel like venue. I've been in the room when a boy I knew got his mic cut and was it Nice and Sleazy's?
Wow.
In the middle of telling a joke.
Whoa.
Which I thought was pretty bang in order.
Because
But-
like who knows what the
But also
punchline's gonna
in
be.
hindsight, I'm like, a venue has the right
True.
to
Yeah.
if you're saying things that they don't agree align with, then
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
have a right to not have you on again.
Yeah, that's
but
true.
cutting a mic mid sentence is
Because
pretty.
the reveal of the joke could have made whatever he was
Yeah.
saying fine.
Aye, exactly.
Yeah.
And I do believe the audience decides, but you can't get angry at a venue if they don't like it.
It's, yeah.
Yeah.
But,
The there's like obviously with Red Raw and stuff. There's
Oh, you can't really. It's hard to like police that. Like,
Yeah,
It's
some-
hard.
It's
Yeah.
someone completely new coming on. It's like,
yeah, because it could be some people's first ever time on stage or something like that, and so you don't really know what kind of stuff they're going to say. And there has been times where people have been saying some like they're not coming across very good. There's like one person in particular that was like a middle-aged man that was saying some jokes about like basically it was how much he hates women and was being like violent towards them. And I don't think that he was, obviously it was like joking and stuff, like
Sure.
trying to do the dark humor stuff, but he hadn't worked out the
Yeah.
funny of
You need to be
it.
So he
clever.
was
Yeah.
just
Be clever.
saying,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
horrible
So the audience was sitting there being like, ooh. And then I was like, do I when do I play this guy? Yeah.
We've talked about this recently. You're very generous.
Yeah.
You rarely
When
play
Sean
people
texts
off.
Red Raw, it's like
Sean
the
is
minute it gets to
ruthless.
5 minutes,
Yeah.
he's like,
have you ever been
I was
been
about to
played
say
off?
I have once, and I don't know whether it was you or not. It was in the last venue, but I did get.
It was almost
things off.
certainly
I
Sean.
don't,
John,
yeah,
I
I,
was
I
just
don't
thinking
think I
about
would
it.
have played you off.
silence me.
Yeah. I
Really
accidentally played the music like 30 seconds in.
oh my god,
That was the
yeah.
week. That was recently.
Yeah.
It was last
Um,
weekend. wasn't it?
I would kill some new starters confidence, man. New starters.
Thing is though, I was
that
so
weekend?
embarrassed. Like my face was beetroot red. I was like, it was so. You could make s'mores
But
on
didn't
my
it make
cheeks.
it like made it funny? Like it was well
When it's
timed.
that early, I guess. for
Yeah,
comic
Yeah,
con,
I
it.
like dropped. I was doing the social media and I dropped the phone like directly onto the
On the fader?
onto the space
Oh,
bar to play it. And so, but the person was coming on and they were singing they were singing a song. So it was like
a
they
bus,
were
wasn't
going
it?
like this, and then they were like da 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 da, and then it was like da 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 da, and I was like fuck. But people thought it might have been a joke, and like to be fair, that person's comedy, it wouldn't have been misplaced
Yeah.
if the joke was they got played off and then they came back on again. But yeah,
Who are you a fan of on the scene just now, comedy wise? Who do you rate? Or who do you hate? Is what do you prefer?
Listen, there's always a lot of chat about like fucking American comedians and also people that just do crowd work as well. A lot of people talk about that, and a lot of comics don't like that. I personally don't dislike that people just doing crowd work, but I think it's the case with most industries right now. Is like everything's changed. Do you know what I mean? Music industry, everything.
The things you have to do.
Aye, and to get big and famous and sell at arenas doesn't require. I would always say that to my wee brother. I was like, Paul, you can literally talk to the camera on TikTok and it gets 250,000 likes.
Yeah.
And I'm like slaving away filming something for 3 months
Yeah,
and it gets 10 views.
Yeah.
So it's changed, and that's what I said. I said that in another podcast about like on TikTok. It's like I'm competing for people's attention with a live stream of a chippy. Do you know what I mean? People would rather watch a chippy live stream than me like performing.
Yeah, it is crazy.
So yeah, with comedians these days, I'll be honest, a lot of the big American comedians that get a lot of attention, I don't find that funny.
No.
yeah.
I agree.
I find it all pretty bland, and it all seems like this mad cliquey.
Yeah.
Like we're the elite comedians
Yeah.
and there's some great ones. I'd say maybe in the past, like Dave Chappelle and stuff. Before they were like a bit fucking. I went to see Dave Chappelle in Berlin, and he just sat for an hour
And smoked.
and talked about trans people, and I was like,
really? Oh.
and I was like, I fucking love these old
Yeah.
stuff. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And aye, so there's some comedians. My favourite comedian is Norm Macdonald. Do you know
yeah,
Norm?
yeah.
Aye,
Yeah,
he
big
was-
fan of Norm.
I mean, he died a few years ago, but Norm Macdonald was my favourite. He wasn't really a stand-up, but he was my favourite comedian. But
There is someone that subverts the genre in a way which is very clever. His joke about the moth is very good.
he's a
It's cla-
genius,
like,
man.
he's very clever.
Aye, but yeah, I don't
loss.
want to be negative, but there's no many American comedians that I really like.
Yeah.
I think there's like
Anyone
quite a
that's-
lot of them that are like in the podcast sphere that they get really famous off.
Aye,
You know,
off
either
being
like
on
being
Joe
on Joe
Rogan.
Rogan
Yeah.
or like
Yeah.
something similar to that.
Yeah.
And then their actual comedy.
And Joe
Everyone they're on
Rogan
stage.
himself is like,
Yeah, everyone says he's like he's not good.
Oh, Joe Rogan's like
was he
comedy is
good
horrendous.
before? And he's sort of fell
Oh
off.
man, it's a
but-
hard watch, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Um,
But it's also, I think there's this sort of generic style of American comedy is very like, it's sort of too sanitized. It's very like scripted. And also I've found when I've seen any American stand-ups, they're like, they don't do narratives as much. They just sort of like do a joke and then they're like, then there's this other thing I was
Yeah.
thinking about.
But-
And then they do another
yeah.
joke. And that is fine, but it's sort of like,
Yeah.
what's the point
But I
of
would
it?
say that it's. I watch a lot of the American roast, right, and they're fucking like the kind of more underground ones, and they're brilliant.
Yeah, yeah.
So it is just like the shite is kind of getting all
and
the
I suppose
attention.
that's true in
Do you know
the
what
UK.
I mean?
Like the stuff
That's
that's
true.
like the stuff that's like way at the top, like on TV and stuff, is quite bland.
Well, that's
Yeah.
the
Broad
reality is if you
appeal.
want to get. And do you know what? I'm going to
Sell
name
your
a name,
soul.
but I'm not actually being mean about it because actually Raymond Mearns, when we asked him who he really respected, he mentioned someone like Michael McIntyre.
Yeah.
And he said Michael McIntyre is a really nice guy and the guy worked very hard.
Yeah.
But the reality is the reason he's as successful as he is because he has broad appeal.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
guess to have broad appeal, you have to sort of sanitize what
Yeah.
you do a little bit.
Well,
to be
I
able to
saw
get, if you want
early
to get on
vid- yeah,
Saturday night,
sorry.
that's what you got to do.
I saw early videos of Michael McIntyre, and I thought he was actually quite. I
Yeah.
actually really enjoyed it. Like it was some of his earlier gigs. But I'm trying no. Honestly, I've tried no to like fucking watch too much of other comedians or compare myself or be negative about it because it just there's no point. It's
Yeah.
like I'm doing my own thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Sure.
Stick in my own lane. Do you know what I mean? Try
Yeah.
not get too influenced. Do you think like as like a creative person, there comes a certain point where you've taken in enough art?
Yeah,
Do you know what I
I see
mean?
what you mean.
Where-
'Cause- but also there's like, 'cause
Not to
like,
shut myself off further
but
up, but you're like, I want to focus on.
Depends on what you're doing, I think. But should you not be like taking inspiration from the world rather than other people doing
Yeah,
the thing
yeah.
you're doing? Like, you know,
I
like,
kind of
you should-
disagree though.
I think it's good to have influences from lots of other
Yeah.
places, but if what you're focusing on is other people doing the same thing that you're doing, it's like it just becomes like a cycle of like you're
I
like
guess
you're
see-
creating something
yeah.
that's not based on reality.
Seeing
I
like
don't
a mass like a wide variety of different types of art
Yes,
forms, I
yes,
guess.
yes.
But I would think nothing makes me want to make stuff more than seeing something really good.
True. That
And
is
being
very
like,
true,
oh
yeah.
my God, I want
True.
to do
Yeah.
stuff like
Yeah,
that.
it really does
like
inspire you.
Auntie Donna's show.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
yeah,
true.
yeah.
Like I guess I was I totally agree with you. It's
Yeah.
nothing makes me like. I do music for a hobby. I enjoy it. It's for fun.
Yeah.
And I often just go through a slump and no bother. And then if you go and see like a gig or you like listen to like a great album, you're like,
Yeah.
it really suddenly
yeah.
I'm back in the studio. Like,
Yeah.
I want to go
Like-
make some stuff.
Yeah, I recently saw this video on Instagram of this person that was like playing the piano and then started singing about cheese and onion crisps.
And it made me really want some cheese on your crisps.
Fucking genius.
I hope the Walkers come for you and that becomes like the next
Oh, somebody
advert.
actually commented that like Walker's ad
Tag them.
pending.
Yeah.
Thing is, like that kind of stuff would like bang on social media. I
Yeah,
feel.
it would.
Like,
It would. They need to get on it.
Yeah,
But I think there's probably a balance of like looking at.
Aye,
other stuff.
totally. Aye. Yeah, I think you're right. Like looking at other comedians who are doing the same thing as me is probably know that. I don't know. I actually don't fucking know.
But I don't think
Is that-
I'd say like your comedy is quite unique. I don't think there's many other people that are like because there's lots of people who do straight stand up and that is good and fine.
But you're gonna look at
but
a
there's
nice
like
mishmash of, like,
more there's like more people doing that.
Yeah.
Sketch and
Yours, like-
character and music and like
yeah.
you've got
Yeah.
a kind of good mix of
and kind of clowning.
and it's
as
kind of
well.
Yeah.
weird.
in
Kinda weird.
the show you did, like the dynamics of being on and off stage.
Yeah.
And it was a point where someone was like crawling on the floor
Oh my God.
and then like
Yeah,
shouting
coming
from
into
the
the
back.
audience,
Yeah.
And it was so funny.
Ah.
So it's yeah. I think
Yeah.
I think seeing stuff like, particularly if with sketches and wanting to parody things, like the more you watch, the more you could be like, there's something in that.
Yeah.
And
I just like always like subverting an expectation, I suppose, and just keep people fucking. Aye, what the hell? I'd rather people like, what that was fucking mental.
There was a
rather-
bit like actually when he was crawling along the floor, I could see because I'd seen it twice. The second time I was like looking at people when that happened. People like at a certain point weren't laughing. They were like
That's what I want. I don't want laughter.
really
stone
funny.
of silence.
And then he goes outside and screams.
oh yeah,
Fucking blood curdling scream.
oh yeah, that was so
I
scary.
just
So
love
funny.
things that are unnecessary. Do you know what I mean? There's no need to do that, but
Yeah.
we're going to do
Yeah,
it.
it was so
Yeah.
funny.
I think broadly speaking, I mean, I'm not speaking on behalf of the entire team, but maybe I will. Is that often stuff like that's what we like the most?
Yeah, like the
we
weirder the
see a
better.
lot. You see a lot of people
Yeah.
doing really solid, good stand up. No criticism of that. People look very good at it. But
Yeah.
actually, once you see a lot of it, you're like,
You can see
okay.
where it's going.
But when you
Yeah.
get to see, when we see stuff, you're like, I have absolutely no idea what's about to
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah.
That is so enjoyable.
Yeah.
Like,
The-
really love that
the
stuff.
crazier the stuff is, the more you're like.
It's why you
holy
often
fuck.
find that like people that work here, their favorite comedians are not. They're like clowns, or they're slightly
Yeah.
different. They're kind of a bit
Well,
more
aye,
unusual.
and when you ask comedians what their favourite
It's the
comedian
same
is, it's the
thing,
same
yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Aye, I love the chaos.
Yeah.
I suppose it's like my head is like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Every day,
yeah,
like, I'm
yeah.
literally I wake up, go and play piano, go and make my breakfast, and then do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if it's my untreated ADHD, but I'm very as you see, I'm doing like fucking 5 things at once,
Yeah,
and it can become overwhelming and stress
I
me
can
out. Do you know what I
imagine,
mean?
yeah.
Like I've only so many hours in the day, but I've always just been like that. Do you know what I mean? I've always just been so distracted, and then but
But
I
it's
suppose it.
got results, so it's
Aye, it is
good.
taking a fucking while right now.
Yeah.
Well, you're now on the Stand Comedy Club podcast.
Yeah.
This is,
Yeah.
you've
This
done
is
it.
the big
You've made
thing.
it.
The big times, baby.
Ah, that's great. Loving it.
So, is there any other instruments you want to play that you can't at the
Oh,
moment?
that's funny you say that because I was thinking the other day I'd love to play the what was I was thinking because I was thinking about putting on my album.
Should I start naming instruments?
Aye, please.
Cello,
No.
Saxophone.
oboe,
No.
Clarinet. Trombone.
timpani,
Is it strings? Is it brass? Is it?
trombone,
Xylophone. Accordion.
the drums.
Oh, accordion would be good.
You
Actually.
probably could
Yeah.
be quite. You've
I
already
have
got
an accordion if
the.
you want to borrow it.
Really?
Oh my
Already
god!
got the
I
piano
would love
part
an
then.
accordion.
Chris Forbes has an
Aye,
accordion.
aye,
It's very
aye.
good.
I'd love to play the accordion. I think I'd love to play the what do you call it? The banjo.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
yeah, yeah,
The
yeah.
banjo's got like I don't know a lot about the banjo, but as far as I know, I played one. My pal Gita, you know Gita, the keyboard,
Yeah.
she's got a banjo in
Oh,
the
does
house. So every time I go there, I'm going out to hers this week. Actually, she's making me Latvian food.
Oh, nice.
She sometimes go around and she gives me this Latvian cheese and it smells of like fucking wet socks. It
Delicious.
stinks. It's horrible, but see when you taste it, it's like, oh.
Yeah, nice.
What's she cooking?
Mark, have my
Mushrooms?
cheese. Mushrooms?
Cabbage.
She loves. It's all
Oh,
stuff
she
to
loves
love.
Oh, she doesn't
mushrooms,
mushroom.
aye.
Yeah,
Mushrooms.
sorry.
I love Gita so much.
Yeah.
She's so
The,
funny.
the banjo's class because it's kind of got an accent. Anyone else?
It's in
Do
an
you
open
only
G
play
tuning.
Oh, wow.
I think it's an
individual
open
strings?
So if you
You
just
don't
play it,
do
it's a
like-
chord.
Aye. I'm sure it's an open tuning, the
I think it's
banjo.
a pluck. I think you got a pluck.
But there's one string that's like halfway up the neck.
Yeah.
But I love open. I've been experimenting a lot with open tunes. Do you
Yeah,
know
nice.
what open tuning is?
Yeah.
Because you can just like fucking
Yeah.
you can just play like a melody over a chord.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
So aye.
Did you meet Gita on the scene or?
On the scene.
Do
I
you
don't know
what the
why
funny
can I not
was?
just say doing
Is it
comedy?
through-
Why like you're in the game? You're in the scene. Fucking cancel me. Jesus Christ.
Just on a jargon.
I don't know. I'm trying to make up jargon we don't
'Cause she
have.
was
No
on,
one
um,
says that.
She was on the Paul Black's Gavin Fair Queen.
I saw that.
Was it
Yeah,
from
yeah.
Yeah,
that?
well, the amazing thing is, I saw Gita at the stand.
Nice.
Just one random night, I went down to see. I don't know if it was to see my pal Sean or something, and she was on, and I was just pissing myself all the time because. Like, I think I just like growing up, me and my brothers just loved like foreign accents.
Yeah.
and
She's like really
got an
plays up.
amazing voice.
Yeah.
Like she just sounds like a vampire.
Yeah.
Bark.
Fucking Baltic.
And I thought, and above that, I thought our material was brilliant as well. It wasn't just like a caricature. I thought our jokes were actually really funny, and I got Pallyware, and I was like, that'd be great for her to open up. So I asked her to open up for me at the pavilion.
Oh, cool.
So she was like so shocked. She was
Yeah.
so Gita came out of the pavilion, and I liked it because maybe a lot of the people that came to see me weren't expecting
Yeah,
a
yeah.
Latvian
Absolutely, yeah.
woman
Yeah,
to be opening for me. They're just like, what the fuck's going on? But that's good again. Like,
That's great.
and then from there, I was like to Johnny and Mark, Paul, my brothers, I was like, you need to meet Gita, man. You're going to love her. And I've taken both of them. I've been over separately over for dinner with Gita. She lives in the corner for me, and she makes you a Latvian spread.
That's so nice.
She's such a nice lady.
So I became really close to her, and Paul obviously loves her, and he's like, I need to get her in this
Yeah,
show.
Yeah.
So she was in
That's
the
class.
Gavin Fair Queen.
Yeah, that's love
The
Gita.
rise of Gita.
I feel like why we brought Gita out
We
for
were
a
talking
reason.
about instruments, and I
That's-
said Gita
Oh,
had a
banjo.
banjo.
Yeah.
I
Oh yeah.
bought within the last year. I bought a fiddle, and I've been teaching
Off
myself
eBay.
off eBay. Yeah.
How you getting on?
All right, I've yet to make that horrible scratchy sound.
Oh, wow.
That's
Yeah,
amazing. That's
yeah.
usually how people starting it.
So I
But
think
you've
I'm,
not had, you're just like practicing like YouTube stuff.
yeah, just I've not had any lessons, but
Yeah.
I'm just like seeing what sounds good.
Oh, that's class.
That's cool.
Do you play it? Aye.
What?
No, all right. I thought
I
you
would
said
like
my
the
dream,
cello.
my
I think I'd like to
dream.
get you. We
I
should
that
play
would
the
be
trumpet,
cool.
Oh,
guitar.
right, okay.
But I would
That's it.
my I would love to get like a mandola.
What's
That's
that
like
one?
it's like a
mandolin
it's kind
or
of like
something.
a
Like a mandolin,
yeah, but bigger.
Like
I
a big
think.
lute or something.
Yeah, similar to a banjo. It just sounds
Yeah,
really
yeah,
nice,
yeah,
and
yeah.
the way like I want to learn how to play like Irish reels and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
And
That'd be
doing
great.
that on the fiddle is really cool, but like on the mandola.
Yeah,
whoa.
yeah, yeah.
I
But-
love it when they
but-
mash things together like a banjolele.
Yeah, banjolele.
They're cool.
But I think a mandola is like £350, but my fiddle was like 35 quid.
Yeah,
so,
Oh wow!
Yeah.
And you got a good tuner. I
Yeah.
remember my sister took violin when she was in first year at school, and it was horrendous.
Oh my
I'm
God.
sitting in my room, and it's like,
Yeah.
it was like
seen
she
that?
was summoning Satan. It was like,
You ever seen that video with like animals on TikTok or Instagram? And it's like it's Christmas, and there's like a woman sitting there, and you can see her face, and behind them someone's playing like a tune on the violin, and it's absolutely dreadful, and she's like pissing herself, like trying not to let the child know. It's very good.
Yeah, that must be hard
It
being a
must be
parent
really
of a
difficult.
child.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
learning the
Like, you're doing
recorder
so
or
well.
something.
Yeah. Why do they do recorder? Like it doesn't. Even if you play it well, it's like
It's because it's a good way to. It's an introduction to basic
To,
music
like-
theory and stuff like that. Like I get why they do it.
and it's cheap to make.
There's a guy on TikTok who's amazing at the recorder. And
Is this guy who could do,
he
like,
sits-
multiple-
And he sits in his car and he's like,
Oh,
listens
yeah,
to
I've
the suit,
seen
he's like, he's amazing. He's so
There's a
good.
guy that plays like 3 at once as well.
I think you can like. I used to do the thing when I was a kid where I'd put two up my nose and I'd like play.
Yeah.
That's like that guy, and his name was John Cena, and it's like,
Oh,
yeah,
I
that's
think
it.
you probably would have success with an accordion because if you get one that's not, if you don't get the button one and you just get the one that's got the keys on
No,
it.
you got keys
So
on one
once-
side and
so
buttons on the
a
Yeah,
other.
but you
And
can get ones
keys.
that's full buttons. You get buttons both
Oh,
sides.
right,
But if you
okay.
go for keys, then you can already play one side already.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then the other side is just on
The
like,
buttons are just
so there's
chords.
ones that don't have keys on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got
Oh,
ones that are
right,
all
I-
buttons.
oh, wow.
Confusing me.
But the
No,
buttons
the
are
buttons are
chords,
confusing.
right? They're like
But
a
the, yeah,
drone.
so it's like the buttons are like the first one is like the root note, and then it's like the chord, then it's the major, then it's the minor, then it's the fifth, then it's the
But
seventh.
they're like so close together.
It's weird. You get used to it quickly. I was saying Chris Forbes is a pretty
Yeah,
decent
yeah, yeah.
accordion player.
Oh my god, he should join our band.
Yeah.
We should
Well, yeah,
start
let's
a band.
start a
This has been a very musical
has,
podcast.
yeah.
Actually, it's good to
Yeah. It's nice.
chat about music.
A barbershop
Do
quartet.
you do? Hello. It's like the.
Maybe on board something.
Bird Ward.
This is mighty nice. It's just a trip to paradise with my baby on board.
What
I
is
just picked
this?
random notes.
I didn't know
Simpsons.
Oh,
Second
sorry, I
Simpsons
should-
reference of the.
I like
Got a
him.
Simpsons tattoo.
Have you?
What is it?
Is it the fish?
No, it's Dignity.
Oh, so
Do you know
the,
Dignity?
the band I'm in, we're called Clonosaurus. Look us up if you want. But we're named
Don't.
after a Simpsons reference. It's cool because we all bloody love the Simpsons. And our guitar player,
love the
every
Simpsons.
gig, I love the Simpsons. And every gig we play, he has the T-shirt that has the Dignity drawn
Aye.
on it. So that's like he wears every show.
So basically, they're playing. That's one of my favorite episodes when when Milhouse's parents get divorced and they're having a dinner party to try and reconcile their marriage, or whatever, and they're playing Pictionary, and Kirk draws. And this, it's away in my arm. I can show you.
It's just like a potato blob.
It's like a
shape.
potato blob. It looks like the Isle of Arran, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, "What is that?" And he's like, "It's Dignity."
Somebody ask the cat because the cat's got to get it. And he goes,
Dignity.
then at the end, he draws the thing. He's like, "Do you want me to use the door?" He's like, and he
Yeah.
draws like a square. He goes, he leaves. That's a door. Use it. And Homer's like, "That's a door."
My favourite bit is when he goes, like they're all shouting, and then Milhouse's mum wants to speak, and you're like, he's like, Homer's like, "Let her speak." And she goes, and she starts telling a story, and then straight away Homer just goes, "Boring." Like, immediately, it's fucking.
I love the Simpsons.
love it.
Oh man, I could talk about Simpsons all
I,
day.
We should do a Simpsons podcast.
My favorite. I really like the episode where Marge thinks that Homer's cheating on her. It's like I think it's
that like a-
or it's like I think it's Mandy is like one of the
Oh, Mindy,
Mindy,
yeah.
and then
Oh,
and then
Mindy.
Oh,
it's like
yeah.
you gave me a turkey on
My
that vacation away from working.
working.
But the bit that makes me laugh so much is when it's like he's in the power plant and then someone's she's trying to come onto him and he like falls out the window and he's sliding down. Yeah, he's like, see you tomorrow.
Slides to the side of him.
See you tomorrow.
Think of sexy dance.
Yeah, and also in my family we always say if someone's ignoring us or something, we'll be like, "Hello, human fly here."
Come on, I still have all night time in
Yeah,
my
yeah.
underwear.
Yeah. I also I've got like a couple of Halloween costumes that I eventually want to do, and I would love to go one year
Mint it.
as Mr. Burns, but when he's like glowing,
Yeah,
you know, and he's like,
I bring you love.
Yeah.
It's like, get him, he brings love. It's like, where's going to get him?
It's so good. There's like the peak Simpsons was after they sorted out the cartoon, you know, and it was like, yeah. But
It's
like-
like Wyndham was like brown.
Yeah.
He was like black.
But it's like they were all spiky and and stuff. And so
Yeah.
when they got into what the Simpsons we
I'd
know
say
now,
like from me, like, I've watched, and I can pretty much quote like every episode right from like season 4 to season 9.
Yeah.
Like that, but I think like season 5 to 8, those 4 seasons, like every second of it.
There are some
is
perfect
fucking
She's like,
episodes.
"Oh, you
Yeah.
got the dud." That was what we were.
He looks like you, Poindexter. All good stuff. My friend Tom him and his sister have got matching tattoos,
Yeah.
and what they've got is they've got Bart and Lisa with their like whistles, like
Oh,
That's so nice.
it's the cutest thing.
Another couple's costume I did that I want to do with my boyfriend is Patty and Selma.
oh my god!
That's
oh my
good,
god!
aye.
Pete
Yeah.
as well.
Pete would be great. He would suit that.
That's
What
so
about me look
funny.
good?
Yeah, you would look good, but Pete
But
would look
Pete in
funny.
particular.
Remember that one, Lisa, the Florida one with the gambling?
Oh,
episode?
she's got she's.
It's all tape.
Yeah.
He's got an orange tape to it,
Yeah.
is it?
Yeah.
I actually also I don't know if this is a unique experience, but pretty much every day I wake up with music stuck in my head. And recently, recently mine was
can't remember what it was.
Lisa, it's your birthday.
Yeah.
Happy
It was actually
birthday,
Michael Jackson,
Lisa.
wasn't it?
Second
Yeah.
Michael Jackson reference. There we go.
One year, for my birthday, my friend Lewis spent I think it was Lewis or George, somebody, spent the whole day trying to make that video, but every time that it said Lisa, he went, Lottie.
That's good.
Happy
like that.
birthday, Lottie.
Yeah, I love shit like that. I love shit like that. You should get
Atlanta Falcons. So that's not it. So just
you
Who
should
at Homer, what's she like? Who at Homer, always up to mischief, isn't he? I mean, honestly, The Simpsons like define my childhood,
Yeah.
man. It's like such a part of
Yeah.
our lives.
Yeah,
innit?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I watch it when
incredible.
I'm at the gym when I'm doing the cross trainer. Yeah, so I do.
That's
when I-
unreal.
So basically, whenever I'm on the cross trainer, I watch a full episode of The Simpsons, and then I'm done. That's how I do
Well,
it.
that's good because at least you know it's only going to be half an hour
Yeah,
to be on
yeah,
the
yeah.
cross trainer.
And it's
That's
fine.
class.
And
Yeah.
also, you don't think about it because you just watch The Simpsons.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's great.
There's someone that does that you can get drawings of yourself as a Simpsons
Oh,
character.
yeah. That's
fun.
You and your brothers and sisters should get it.
Family photo.
Well, my girlfriend's one of the biggest Simpsons fans as well, so we,
Oh, yeah.
you should be in it as well.
Aye. Maybe I should get-
Yeah,
When
no,
I-
she's not allowed that.
Years ago, this is probably not a particularly good story, but it was funny at the time. See if I can tell it well or not.
Go.
We went to Ireland for my husband's Irish, and we were over in Ireland, and they hadn't got anything for their mum and dad's anniversary. They hadn't got them anything for their. They're always giving them gifts, so they thought we'll go to this local photographer who lives in this tiny village.
Yeah.
And she was like, "I'll take," and so they went down. They paid this woman. She got the photographer studio in this little cottage. We go in, and I'm there, and I'm like, "Well, I'm not one of the 4 siblings, so I'm sitting out front just watching them get the photographs taken. They're all wearing black and white. They're all dressed up really smart, getting the photographs taken. And then the woman turns around and says, "Do you want to get in this?" I was like, "No, honestly, I'm fine. I don't need to be in this." We weren't married at the time. We were just I'd been with him for a while. And he's got 2 sisters and a brother. And she brought me up, and she like put me next to his sister, and was like, "Cool. So just get in close again." I was like, and she's putting her arm around me and stuff, and like clearly had decided that we were a couple. And I was like, "Yeah, you get really close, really close." And I was like, "What the hell's going
Now
on here?"
kiss.
I mean, not far off. She was like,
Really?
"Yeah, get your arm around, get around her waist, get around her waist." I'm like,
Yeah. Pinch your bum, pinch your
all right,
bum.
yes, like- so like we're in the middle of this photograph, like what's going on? Is someone going to tell her? It's like, and then Robbie like. He kissed me. He was like, "This is actually my boyfriend." And she was like, everyone just get together. Okay, and took a picture. And then like, everyone just leave. And so there is a picture of me somewhere in this, like looking like this, like with my arm. Who may have my sister-in-law. I love her dearly, but it was a very awkward
Wow.
situation.
Yeah.
Why am I telling you that?
I don't know.
Oh,
Family pictures.
Family
Simpsons.
pictures.
Yeah.
We should have just got ourselves done as The Simpsons.
Yeah. Do you like Bob's Burgers?
Do you
Bob's
know what,
Burgers.
what I've watched, I did enjoy it, but I've
Yeah.
no like I've struggled to get into new stuff recently, man.
No,
but
fair.
I always
heard
think
it's
I
quite
should
good.
watch it, and
It's
I've
really,
never actually
it's
watched
like
It's very chaotic as well.
It's
like
mental,
pure
yeah, but
ADHD.
I think that they record the actors are all in the room together when they
Yeah.
record the
Oh.
dialogue.
Yeah.
So it's got a very naturalistic, and like I think they're allowed to kind of improvise a little bit. So it's cool.
Yeah, there's certain scenes where Bob and his like best friend Teddy, they're like it just in the script is just like, and they chat for a bit, and
Yeah.
then there's one scene where they just start like shouting at each other, and they're like really screaming, but it's so funny. It's such a good show, and it's like it really makes you laugh, and also.
Makes you feel.
Makes you think. But I've sat and watched Bob's Burgers and like sobbed.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like so touching because it's really.
I recommend it.
really
Good
good.
show.
I think all good shows do that. Though,
Yeah,
don't they?
definitely.
It's
Yeah.
like Still Game as well. When I watch Still
Yeah,
Game,
yeah,
and
yeah.
1 minute you're howling, the next you're
You're
like,
like-
oh, we eyes. That Harry's cheating all over. Just shouting at the telly. You know?
Yeah. So would you say The Simpsons is your favorite telly show?
I mean, I'd say it's just a thing that I like. I used to watch it every night for a
Sky
while
One.
bed, man. Like
Yeah.
it's just it's comforting.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
very comforting. So Still Game as well because it's voices that you know. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I mean, The Simpsons is. I mean, I love South Park as well, man. But like The Simpsons is just the pinnacle.
Yeah.
Peak. Well, I don't know any other words. What do they say? What do the youngins say?
But some people say peak is bad.
Do they?
Yeah.
In London.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's
That's
peak, bruv.
peak.
I think we're probably coming to the end of our time together. But we, even for season, are we going to keep
Yes,
going?
yes,
for
yes,
even
yes,
for
yes.
season
My
2,
part
we're going
made
to
us
continue a
run, so,
classic. So what we do is we end the pod on an icebreaker question from Molly.
I actually have 2. Shall I say both and you can pick one?
Go for it.
Okay. So you and your brother Paul, know him?
Paul.
Paul. If you were to take on another celebrity sibling duo, who
that's
could you
good.
beat in a fight? Or which Simpsons character do you feel most aligned to?
First one's better.
First one's
Okay.
much better. But you can answer both.
So say again, so is it
So-
a fight with a famous
Celebrity
couple?
Sibling.
North Sky,
or, yeah.
I guess we start naming some siblings. Gallagher brothers. Who'd win?
Danny and Kylie, I don't know. Paul always, Paul always
just
makes
a-
jokes. He's like, I'm Kylie. He's Danny. He goes in one of his shows. He's like, do you know? He's like, my brother's doing a bit better now in his career. It's like, I feel like I'm at that point. It's like when Kylie let Danny just shag Simon Cowell. I'll let Mark have a wee show.
Wee show.
Aye, so I don't know. famous brother sibling.
I
'Cause
can't
you got
think of any.
Billie
Yes.
Eilish and the other one.
Phineas.
Phineas. You could.
You got the Gallagher brothers. Could you beat them in a fight?
I was with.
Wait, what's the question?
I'm thinking I'm going to beat them, or I just
Are you
enjoy
going to
fighting.
be them, or are you in a fight with
Beat
them?
Fight.
them.
Beat them.
Okay. Be.
Oh, I know some who's weak.
I,
The Minogues.
The Minogues. Let's go with the Minogues.
No, yeah.
And the Simpsons
Be quite
character I'm most
brutal.
aligned with.
Oh, it's good.
Jasper.
Jasper.
No,
I do like Jasper.
no,
Mole Man.
Mole Man maybe. I don't know.
There's too many.
Just trying to think of a
There's so
bald one.
many.
Old
Oh,
one.
Homer's bald.
The most famous Simpsons character of all time. Homer Simpson.
Yeah.
What's
What's
Smithers.
personality? I don't know.
Smithers? Who's
Yeah.
that? Smithers. Who says that?
Mr.
What's that guy?
Burns.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, Mr. Burns.
Last time, can any of you say a good Simpsons impressions?
I used to think I could
Oh, I
do
don't-
Dr. Nick. Hi, everybody. That's the
That's
best
not
I can
bad.
do.
That's all right.
All right.
I did that
I
when I
can
was
do
a guy.
Jasper.
Go for it.
From a summer place was a fame. From a summer place was a fame. There we go.
That's big.
I think there's no many people that can do a good Homer impression, man. It's hard.
No, people think they can do it.
It's
but-
very difficult.
Yeah.
But
I
anyway,
can't think of any other ones.
everybody just goes.
I think Mole might be my favourite character.
Mo.
I think I like
I
Mole
like
a
how
lot.
angry he
but
is
that's 'cause
unnecessarily.
so you call me Midge.
I do call you Mitch, yeah. Hey, Mitch.
Yeah,
Love
Mo's
it.
pretty good. Yeah, I can't do a Simpson.
I
You
have...
do a poo, remember? Yeah. You were just doing it. You've been doing it the whole. She's been doing it all day. Honestly, man.
That's right.
Do you want to? Do you feel most aligned to Moses like or no?
No, I don't think I'm I think I just like him. I think he's a funny character. Aligned to is hard.
Yeah, that's
Aye.
yeah.
When he was, this is not me, but my brother used to get called Milhouse when he was younger.
Yeah.
And he didn't like that at all. It's because like one chemistry teacher once called him Milhouse and it sort of stuck. And he's got glasses. And
Yeah.
I guess that maybe.
I don't know.
Teacher called him Milhouse. Point dick.
I have to say, I mean, Bearsden Academy was a rough place.
Oh,
Was that you go to Bearstown Academy?
Nah.
I
Where
felt
did you go?
I was in Edinburgh.
Aquinas.
I was
The very same.
I was.
Where did you grow up?
Homeschool. You can tell. They've got a vibe.
I grew up in Slough.
Slough,
Yeah.
aye. Just outside London, aye.
Yeah,
How was that?
What was the school called?
Sorry, I know you're trying to wind the podcast. I'm like,
it was good. So I lived very close to McDonald's. That was class.
Noise.
Yeah,
McDonald's.
yeah, McDonald's. But yeah, it was. Everyone kind of slags off Slough, and I think it's actually pretty good.
Is it quite like is it a mixture of, is there a lot of posh people there, or is it like a...
Well, yes and no. So it's like it's on the up and up, guys. But the because it's really close to Windsor, Eton, and Maidenhead, that are
right,
really
okay.
really
Yeah,
rich
yeah.
places. Quite a lot of the slack that it gets is because
Because they're not posh.
it's like if people kind of take the piss out of people from Slough,
Right.
so it isn't as bad as people think.
Sure.
It's got a shit name.
Slough.
Yeah.
Yeah. The bar Slouch. The first time I moved to Glasgow, I saw Slouch walk past it, and I honestly thought it was called Slough, and I was like,
My people.
Calling a bar slime.
I was like, oh my god, I'm home. I'm home. And Ralph is my Simpsons.
Oh,
Yeah,
Ralph,
yeah.
aye, so that's a
And
good
he's like, I like men now.
That was good.
Hi, Super Nintendo Chalmers.
Clearly, I'm groundskeeper Whitley.
No, you're not.
Grease me up,
It's a
woman.
joker.
I love that.
Grease me up, woman.
Maybe Smithers actually.
Lunch Lady Doris, do you have any grease?
Yes.
I'm quite.
yes, I do.
I'm quite Smithersy.
Smithers.
That's Smithers.
I'm
I
always
love
like.
Flanders. I don't think Flanders gets
True,
some.
actually.
It feels like I'm wearing nothing at all.
The funniest moment I was watching the other day when see when they lose the kids for the child protection, and then he's about to baptise Bart, and then he's going, but he's in the car and he goes, "Define Flanders. I just need to think like Flanders." It just goes up to his head and he goes, "I'm a stupid four-eyed lemon. I wear the same sweater every day." Fucking amazing.
They're making a Simpsons movie too.
I saw that.
Oh, do you know what? We should address that. How do you feel about the second Simpsons movie?
Well, listen, I liked the first film. I thought it was good. Considering at that time, I don't know if the episodes they were making were that great, but now seeing the episodes they've made.
But I think they said that when the film was made, I think it had very much gone past the point of no return, and I think the film was a bit of a return to form. So I'm optimistic about the film.
maybe.
Well, maybe
I'll
it will
definitely
be.
watch it.
Do you ever think like me and my girlfriend talk about this? Is like, see, because we love the Simpsons so much and we get the jokes so much. I think I could fucking write a good Simpsons episode.
Maybe
Do
you
know what I mean?
should.
Maybe you could.
Maybe they should put that out. to
But people also
Have a go.
say that the Simpsons predicted this, blah blah blah. But there has been 100,000 million
Episodes,
Simpsons
yeah.
episodes.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah, so
it's
it's
not
like-
necessarily that they predicted it. They've
It's just that they've
gone
fucking
through.
ran out of anything else. to go.
I mean, something that bothers me, like, I can only think of one example off the top of my head, but they've been going on for so long and done so much that they've reused jokes before. So there's a classic joke about like when Lisa's imagining the future where she becomes second place in stuff, like, oh, what happens if you
Oh,
like,
yeah,
and
yeah.
she becomes like the vice president, the runner up to president,
yeah.
and then it's like they send her to was it Monster Island or something? It's like, don't worry, it's just a name. It's actually a peninsula, right? Which is quite funny, right?
getting
But they use that
chased,
exact same joke again, like
Yeah.
a few seasons
Specifically,
later.
Island and Peninsula.
Island. It's just. Don't worry, it's just a name.
Yeah.
When they talk about Island and Peninsula, and then like that's like short-sighted. 'cause
What
it's a good
are
joke.
the-
but-
Absolutely.
What are the names of the aliens in Tree? Like usually
Kang
Tree
and
has.
Kodos.
Thank you.
I find that
Yeah.
the new episodes though, they just see when you watch those old episodes. I was watching the one the other day. See the one where Bart gets an elephant, right? And every beat,
Where's my elephant?
every beat of that episode is a fucking brilliant joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there's not a moment, but there's not an
Yeah.
amazing
Yeah.
joke.
Yeah.
And it's like when I watch more recent episodes, it's just like they get a celebrity guest in.
Oh,
and it's
They
just,
really lean into like
Yeah.
pop culture now, which I think is
Ah,
an
yeah.
issue.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
that's
actually
not
the
good.
good thing about The Simpsons is that it's kind of
Timeless.
timeless. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the episode where he gets a driver's license.
what one's
Bart
that
gets a
again?
driver's
Couldn't be
license.
me.
Oh, like and they drive to the wig museum. They go past that big thing that's full of wigs.
Is that like
Yeah.
a newer one?
No,
Like,
it's
like
like they
see-
decide they're going to go and like it's a bit like where they're driving and he has Nelson and Milhouse and Bart and someone else in the car and they're driving past that like really
Is it
angry
when they're
guy.
going to
that's like,
Lollapalooza?
no,
No,
they're just,
it's,
I
he
remember
does
the
like a
visual of them all
heroic
being in a
thing
car.
at the start of the episode, and then they're like, "Oh,
He gets a driving license.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was like, "You can get anything you want. You have like one pass for anything." And he was like, "I want a license." And then Chief Wiggum was like, "To kill?" And he was like, "No, just a driver's license."
But it's,
Yeah.
yeah. and they're like they go to this like they're going to like this World's Fair and they've got like this big. That's what they're aiming for. But the thing I remember is they're driving the car and it's like they drive past another car and it's like an angry guy with his family. He's like, "If you kids don't stop doing stuff back there, I'm gonna turn this car on." And then Nelson leans out the window and slaps him in the head. He goes, "That's it, back to Winnipeg." And they turn around.
I remember
That's
that.
so good.
Fucking brilliant, man.
Bart,
So-
can we stop for ice cream? Yes. And then they're all having ice cream. And then they like, "Bart, can we pick up the hitchhiker?" Yes. And there's like a hitchhiker's like, "Bart, can we stop for ice cream?" Like, yes. And they stop for ice cream again. All good stuff. Watch The Simpsons. It's a great show.
You
Half
guys
of the
should,
podcast is
yeah.
Simpsons. Yeah.
You should watch The Simpsons. You should watch Auntie Donna and
Yes.
Bob's
I will
Burgers.
do.
You absolutely should watch Andy
And
Donna.
you should all watch Mark Black's Instagram and TikTok videos.
And also,
And
can I plug my shows?
That's what we're going to say.
Yes.
It's your chance.
Um,
Plug it, baby.
So, well, I've got next year. I'm doing a tour of Scotland. I'm going to Inverness, Aberdeen, Greenock, Edinburgh, Irvine, Kilmarnock,
A lot.
Cumbernauld,
Yeah.
Where are you playing in
Another
Cumbernauld?
club.
the Lantern House. The big
Fingers
thing.
crossed they keep it going, man. Have you not heard they're going through some tough times?
Are
They've
they?
had all their money taken away and stuff, and there's like a whole. Actually, get online, go and support the Cumbernauld Theatre.
Oh,
It needs
yeah,
everyone's help.
Go and
Absolutely.
support my show.
If you buy tickets to Mark's
Yeah,
show, that
exactly.
will
You'll
help.
keep it
Is
alive.
it Horrible Family? Is
It
it?
is, yeah. So I don't even know the origin of that title. Is
Yeah.
I asked people to insult me. No, I didn't. Well, I did. I asked for people to give me like roast me on TikTok, and somebody just wrote "horrible family."
That's very good.
That is
that's
so good.
genius.
You got there. That's so funny.
But the best one to this day is someone wrote "the hills have teeth." The hills have teeth.
That's so good.
Some Scottish part is unbelievable, man.
Yeah.
People are just so fucking.
Yeah,
You've had some pretty good names for your shows though as well, right?
Yeah, well, the first one was Chindiana Jones, the bin raider of Moss Park, and the drink, the drugs, the scratch cards.
Yeah, that's so good.
James English, because James English would always say the drink, the drugs, the gambling. So I thought scratch
The
cards.
drugs,
Somebody
the
losing the house to scratch cards. It's quite funny. And Horrible Family.
Yeah.
So I'm doing a show at the Armadillo in May. It's a long while away, but it's Saturday night, 16th of May. So you can get tickets to that.
Amazing.
Please come.
We'll be there. We'll be there.
So we've got loads of shows next year. Check them out. I hate having to plug myself. You've got to
Well,
do
yeah,
it.
it's what's got to be done.
Yeah.
And check you out on all the social medias. Just look up Mark
TikTok
Black, I
and
suppose.
Instant.
And guys, get yourself some cheese and onion crisps today.
I hope Walker's
That's my
sponsor you at
plug.
the
Is
class.
that? Oh, right, aye, because of my video. Aye.
That you made us bring out our phones to watch.
Forced you to
What about? Fuck me, what about?
Sorry, I know that was a bit
tap
much.
girly, what a fucking loser over here.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, bye, everyone, guys.
Thanks, guys.
That's the end of
Bye.
their children's TV show.
Woo!